You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So there's been a significant development involving the Waterloo Region District School Board, and it's stirring up quite a bit of conversation. The board is now facing a legal challenge over its mandate requiring land acknowledgements, and the situation is starting to draw attention from across the province. Here's what's been happening. The WRDSB introduced a policy that made land acknowledgements a routine requirement at board meetings and certain school-related events. These acknowledgements, as many people know, are meant to recognize the traditional Indigenous lands on which communities are built, and they've become fairly common in public institutions across Canada. However, not everyone has agreed with a mandate requiring them, and that disagreement has now escalated into a formal legal dispute. According to recent coverage, this challenge is being brought forward by individuals who believe the policy forces them to express a view they may not personally hold. Their argument is essentially that mandatory land acknowledgements could infringe on freedom of expression, since people are being asked, or required, to participate in a statement that may reflect political, historical, or cultural positions they don't necessarily share. On the other side, the school board has continued to emphasize that the practice was adopted to support reconciliation efforts and to educate the community on Indigenous history, which has often been overlooked or undervalued. What's especially interesting is how this issue touches on broader debates happening throughout Ontario and even across Canada. Many institutions are already grappling with questions about whether practices tied to reconciliation should be encouraged, expected, or mandated. For some, land acknowledgements are viewed as an important act of recognition. For others, they raise concerns when participation is no longer voluntary. Because of that tension, this case involving the WRDSB is being closely watched, particularly by other school boards and organizations that have similar policies in place. This legal challenge is still developing, and no final decision has been made yet, but its impact could be significant. Depending on how it unfolds, we might see school boards and public institutions revisiting their own guidelines. Some may choose to adjust their policies, while others may reaffirm them more strongly. For now, the Waterloo Region District School Board is standing by its approach, while critics continue to push back. What's clear is that this case is about more than just a single policy. It's about how communities interpret reconciliation, how public institutions shape expectations around shared statements, and how individual rights balance with collective practices. It's definitely a story to keep an eye on, because whatever comes next could influence educational spaces far beyond Waterloo Region. Stay subscribed for more videos.